Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Shadow Hearts Covenant. Last time, Geppetto dealt with his insecurities, and he's back in the fold with us, and I don't know what the hell was going on last time, but they tried to do something, and it didn't really work. We also got Anastasia's ultimate weapon, so that's a good thing. This time, we have made our way back to Inugami Village. Let's talk to Aunt Saki. Saki. I don't know why that came out that way. My brain hurts. Just in time to do an errand for me. Oh, yay. Bad premonition from the dog shrine. Why is there a dog shrine? Okay. Sure, we'll do something about it. That sounds not particularly fun, but that's okay. Where the legendary Inugami sword, Mumerio. Is that how you pronounce that? Mumero? Man, my brain is basically turned off today, so we'll see how far I get, or if I decide to scrap this whole episode altogether. I have no idea at this point. It's more of a maze. It's built to keep strangers out of the inner recesses. You've been there before, right? Heard about it, of course. Never actually been there. Why are you sending us there, then? If we don't know how to get around in there, we're probably going to get screwed over and stuck in some kind of maze. So, no one who's still around has been in there. If no one's been in there, no one knows how to get in there, why would you have a bad feeling about it? Because video games. It's around here somewhere. What? Here we go. Take it with you. What do we get? We got a map! Well, I've been providing you guys with maps all along, so I guess that's par for the course. Greenstone, Haystone, and Tollstone. Shawstone. Kai Stone. A lot of stones. I don't know why they've provided the names for those stones, like the way that they are. It doesn't. It might be that it makes sense in Japanese, but in terms of what they actually mean, like to me, is a whole lot of nothing. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Well, they are cousins. Of course they're going to be fighting. Gotta fight about something. Alright, we've been given a task. Let's go do Kurando's side quest. The only question I have at present is, well, I can't remember if little Anastasia is forced into my party here. Considering she was part of that cutscene, she might be. I know she's part of one of the side quests with Kurando. She's kind of forced in there with him. The Dog Shrine. Let me lead. Okay, good. She is not forced in here, which makes me happy because I had a party of, hey look, all physical attackers. I wonder if that'll be important as we go forward. In case anyone was wondering what my setup was. Pedometer, warning device, thief earrings. Everything else is pretty much standard. Everyone's always got physical attack boosting stuff. And everyone, if they're physical attackers, you know, and I have enough of them, everyone's going to have demon earrings. So that's pretty much par for the course. There's a save point. What have we here? What is this? This is a pedestal for placing stones. If we place the stones just right, we can create new paths. This, like, when you look at the map that's been provided to, you know, people who look online for it for this area, It's very confusing and doesn't make a whole lot of sense until we actually get to show some stuff. This is the in-game map, and it's somewhat useful, I guess. It tells you a little bit here and there, but it's more confusing to try and piece things together from looking at that than it is to just use the solution, because certain things like don't make any sense, like the black square in the middle there that's darker than all the other ones. It's got stuff in the middle. It doesn't really tell you anything about it, that it's special or anything like that, or can you go there, can you not go there. I don't really understand why they've put a lot of the extra little things all over this map. It would be a lot simpler if they just made it simple, but they didn't. Gray areas are blocked. What do you mean they're blocked? Anyway, I just find this whole map concept terribly confusing. You mean the ones that look like dog bones because this is the dog shrine? Yeah, so connections that can be made. So they basically make it more confusing than it has to be. If you just tell me which path I need to put there, then I can just put that path there. But the way they do it, it's like you can only turn at certain spots, and like certain connections can be made and can't be made, and I have no idea. It does sound very complicated, Yuri. Maybe I'm just as dumb as Yuri. Anyway, I do have a map for this area. I'll pop up a little thing on screen there to show you. Basically, my little walkthrough there is going to, or my little map there is going to show the available tiles that you can put any of the stones that we have. And we're just going to follow the ones that are there. Any of the ones that are just, you know, squares with nothing inside them, those are empty. We don't have to put anything there. And for the rest of it, we're just going to grab these tiles. And these were the tiles that we were given by Aunt Saki. Now, I don't know what any of the meanings behind the terms that they gave us in this version of the game. I don't know if they mean anything in Japanese or not. But these are the ones that we have access to. And as you can see from what I put on the map there, that's what we have access to there. So we're going to go like that. We've added those ones in place, and we can now progress in that kind of orientation. So we've gone from the first room. Now we're in the straight vertical line tile that we put in there. And here is the cross one. Now there are these, which you can't go any further. So basically, there's nothing over there. We didn't put anything there, so we can't go there. Here, we put something here, so we can go this way. Now, you probably can't make it out considering how small I've made the map on screen, but I've added those numbers in red onto the map to indicate how many treasures you can get by doing the combination showed on screen. So here we get access to another stone. Now those first stone tiles are already laid in place, so we can't be reusing them. So we're going to have to make do with some of the other ones that we have. Now there may or may not be other ways of doing this, but in terms of what's going on, I'm not going to show the map every time because there's not really much point, because I'm just showing you what I'm already doing. But anyway, so we've done this. So we now have access to go forward to the next one. And once we get through here, we should have access to 3 more treasures. This area is kind of maze-like, but not so much in itself that it's a maze. It's just because of how you have to navigate it that makes it maze-like. And I've never been a big fan of this area, and I really didn't remember anything about this area going into my test run. So there's poison level 4 and some other junk that we don't really need. I'm just going to collect all the treasure as we go. As we go through this area, we will go in a direction, we will grab some items, and then we will backtrack. As we backtrack, we will always grab the, or at least you know, for the moment anyway. We will come back here and we will remove the, yes, we're going to remove all those stones, and now we have those two back, so now we can backtrack to the first one all over again. And then we can set up a whole different path. Now, I believe the indicators on the ground, like if you can see the red underneath there, I think that indicates that you can go in that direction. Hello! These are 2 of maybe 3 enemies in this area? Might be one more. Anyway, we should combo up and we should fight them, because why the hell not? Even though this is all my physical party, for whatever reason, well, just because of how it's worked out, none of these characters have their ultimate weapons yet. Not that I think that's going to make any huge difference, because these guys are all buff as all hell, but anyway, let's have fun with these guys. We may or may not find out what exactly these guys are capable of doing. My guess is probably not. Well, that was particularly productive.
Is it over already?
Yep. They all fell down really fast. Well, maybe I'll let them attack next time. That was fun. Alright, so we've returned to the first set. So now we are going to make a different pattern than we did last time. This time we want to remove all the stones, and we're going to set them up a little bit differently. Actually, I didn't have to remove all of them, just one of them, but that's fine. I just find it faster to remove all of them, because then I know what I'm looking for. And here we just want to go in a straight line. So let's go in a straight line. Let's get out of here. Going back this way. It's not the most interesting dungeon to traverse through. The area, you know, each of the areas is a little short. There's not a whole lot to there. You just hear the sliding stone doors over and over and over again. And look at that. We found another treasure. You're probably going to get the picture. We're going to find a lot of additional stones to make our traversing through here a little easier, or you know, even possible at all. So there's that. Yeah, it's not a particularly interesting area. I'm not a big fan of it myself. Don't have any more stones left, so I placed all the stones that I had in order to progress through here. So let us do that. And I'm going to go this way, even though that's the wrong way. But for whatever reason, I always want to go right in this area. Same enemies as before. Let us have everybody defend for a round. Find out what these enemies actually do. Otherwise, there's not much point in me showing me fighting them just so that I can annihilate them in one round. It's not going to show how much damage they can do, but it shows what they're able to do. That should break your combo. It did break your combo. Okay, good. So they entranced you. Now I'm going to finish you guys off before you guys get a chance to use whatever the hell you were going to use to entrance. Maybe. There are 2 of the those guys, and I think those guys were the more powerful of the bunch before. I almost missed the ring. I disagree. That was not very nice. Rock strike with entrance. Ow. Interesting. You went for the combo again, only to entrance, which is going to cancel the combo. I wonder if they need to be in entrance mode or in combo mode in order to use entrance. That's like some kind of requirement in their AI script or something like that. I don't know. Interesting. Let's try that one. Kurando, kill things. Kurando's damage output is the least amount of anyone in my party right now. He's the only one without demon earrings. Well, we learned what they do. They will deal damage to you if you do not kill them right away.
I just hate to lose.
That's fine. We're not gonna lose. We are, though, going to go into the menu, find somebody with Cure All. That's the wrong menu. Cure Magic. Or find somebody with Art Cure, please. Okay. We're good. Yeah, so I went over here because for whatever reason I always go right, even though I know that I'm not supposed to go right here. But, you know, brain power, it's hard. Oh, we do have new enemies. I was just pausing my timer. Dog Guardian. Okay. Let's find out maybe what these guys do if I don't annihilate them. I can't remember how much HP these guys have. Let's find out. Well, we made you slow. That's always good. They have lots of HP. Alright, let's find out. What do you guys do? A decent amount of damage, but aside from that, not too much. Okay. At this point in the game, getting perfects and, you know, perfect ring victories is relatively easy in normal fights, especially if you're using your normal attacks, just because we have so many strike expands. It's pretty easy to do now. You don't need to go out of your way getting all the strike expands like I did. That's entirely up to you. Go this way. And last but not least, should be 2 treasure chests in here. They make it pretty easy. All the items around here, I believe, are treasure chests. So it's not like you have to search around for anything dumb or anything like that that's not visible on the screen. Okay, we're back. I just did all the backtracking off screen since there wasn't much point in showing the exact same route, and it's not like you can get lost. You make your own path and you can only go that way. On the way back, I grabbed all the stones off of the previous platform, you know, the second one where I put 4 on. I took those all out, and now we're going to put these ones all in place in order to do our next little section here. And this is the pattern we want for that. Go up and to the right. Let's go back and do this all over again. Yeah, I don't really know what you can really say about this area. The music's kind of... And that's, I guess I could talk about that. The fact that they've used the ambience music, where there's almost no music and it's mostly just ambience, for a lot of dungeons now. I really wish they had tempered that a little bit. I mean, this game has fantastic music, but at the same time, it doesn't always use the music to its full advantage, and it does repeat a lot of less than interesting songs at times. It's one of the things I really appreciated about the first game is it didn't repeat too many songs, and most areas had relatively unique music, and it really, you know, emphasized that particular area. You know, we had a lot of Asian-inspired music in the first half, and then a lot of interesting themes that had a very different feel when it came to what we did in Europe in the second half of the game. So there's the pattern there. Let us keep moving. Which path? Where am I going? I'm going this way. I know where I'm going. Wait, what? Did I not put the right one there? Or am I not far enough yet? Okay, that's fine. Here, we only have one thing that we can put there, and the one we need to put there is the big cross. Now that we've done that, drop down here, and which way am I going? Down? I can't remember which way I'm going. There's only one way I can actually go, so it's not like I can get lost, but... And here we get two more. A Zen Stone and Mana Extract. Woot. Okay, I did all the backtracking off screen again. And now what we're going to do, since we've basically come to the end of this, is we're going to take a quick look at all of these stones, since we now have all of them. Shows a hidden route. I'm assuming they all pretty much say the same thing and then just add a little bit, you know, about which particular orientation that they happen to have. I'm not going to read everything out because that seems kind of pointless. If you really want to read it all or admire the artwork, you may pause. Reveals the final room that holds the Inugami treasure. This is the Zen Stone, which is the last one that we got. I believe you need to do all of the side areas in order to get access to this one. I could be wrong, but you need to have this one in order to go and finish things up. So let's open up here. We want to get this one that we've started with every other time. And you'll notice that this one here, this is the Zen Stone. This is the short half one, which unlocks the final part of the area. But that's pretty much all the time we have for this one. Next time, we will follow the relatively short and straightforward path to the Inugami treasure. What waits for us there? I think you can imagine something waits for us there. My setup won't change a whole lot. I will give you some armor and a flitter brooch, and everyone else will probably just get some form of armor. You could also protect yourself against SP lowering if you want to do that. We have 2 crucifixes now and Anne's cross, so yeah, I'll probably protect against that. That sounds like a good idea. But anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.